Well, how's it going, YouTube? Hopefully everybody's doing pretty good. Well, let's just jump right into the video. This is my 2000 Toyota 4Runner, and I finally got my coils in today. Got all three of them online, free shipping for $24. Can't beat that. These are some off-brand name coils, but I find a lot of these work pretty good all the time. Never have any issues, so you can buy these, or you can go to the Toyota dealer and spend $60 a coil if you want. But the choice is yours. So what I've got to do now is go ahead and get this apart. Now the reason we're doing this is I have a missing number 1 cylinder. I'll swap coils around. I had a missing number 5, and earlier to start this video, 3-4 videos back, wasn't sure what was going on. I did a compression check, did the wires. I couldn't find anything wrong with the cylinder, so I just swapped coils around, and now this cylinder up here is missing. And this is pretty much the firing order. There's cylinder number 5 and number 1, and number 1 is right up here, and this is one we're going to be working on. And this is the 3.4 4Runner Toyota engine. So this is what we're going to be doing today. Now, when I first got this miss that came up, I plugged the scan tool in, and I got a PO300 plus a PO301. Then when I switched them around, then I got a PO305. Actually, a PO305, then a PO301. So that's one way you can figure out what's causing your miss. But that's another video, and if you want to go back 2 videos back or so, you'll see the other video that I made on how I diagnosed and figured out it was a coil. So really all we have to do here is go ahead and just unhook a couple of small things, and we'll try to hold the cell phone and do this with one hand. Basically, we have a bolt right there. We have to take out. It's a little 8mm, and we have to unplug a wire right there, and that's all 3. These are actually double-duty coils. Each one of these coils runs a cylinder on that side and runs a cylinder on this side. Kind of ingenious, pretty cool. And you can see the spark plug wires on this side come back around into the same coil over here. So that's it in a nutshell, I guess. All right, so let's go ahead and start pulling some of this stuff apart. And I got some of it kind of loose here. You only got a couple of hoses on this engine. This engine's only got 169,000 miles, which is fairly low miles actually on this vehicle. So what I have to do now is go ahead and pull this off. I'm going to have to set the camera down. And the reason why I'm wearing gloves, I got a cut on my finger over here about 4 stitches or so. So my finger's a little sore, so I'm being careful today. Yeah, mechanics, you know what I'm talking about. Let me go ahead and pull this off real quick. Alright, so we got this out of the way. And would you know, I'm wearing my gloves. It never fails when you have a cut on your hand. You always end up hitting it, trying to be careful, and that's what I just did. Ouch. Alright, so here are our coils. So we got to take these out. This is the one that's missing. These here are original coils, believe it or not, from Toyota. So it's time to put some new coils in it. Other than that, I can't find nothing else wrong with this engine. And if you're new to this video, I only paid $300 for this Toyota. So go back and look at my other video, and you'll see what it looks like on the inside and all that. All right, so what we're going to do, what I've got to do, I will have to set the camera down and unplug these wires right here, because there's a little clip right back here that I have to loosen up. Pull these 3 wires off. I don't want to break it. I don't want to break them, so let me set the camera down and do that real quick. All right, I think we got all these off. And there these are, little clips right there. You got to kind of lift up on, pull them off. So here's the coils. We got all these wires loosened here. Pull these up a little bit. And now all we have to do is go ahead and take out these little 10mm bolts that are right here. Someday I'm going to do a live video. If you guys want to see a live video, let me know. I almost did this live today, but it's raining a little bit, and I didn't think it would probably be a good idea, but hey, I'm into live videos. Oh, let me get this one off here with my one hand, and we got one more here to get. And I'm going to have to re-angle my... I have all these nice Craftsman tools that I can't take back because all the Craftsman stores closed up. Even this little ratchet here has problems. So I've been going to Harbor Freight and buying my new tools, which I have some video coming out here shortly on those. So we'll set that down there. I'll set this over here. Now I do have the muffler off on it. I took the muffler off because I'm putting a new exhaust system on it. Muffler and tailpipe. It's a little loud, but it's not terribly loud. We can start it up here after we do all this and see what we got. Alright, so I'll take this one out here. That noise you hear in the background, that's a football game over there going on at the field. And so here is one coil. Not sure who makes that coil. It's got a D on it. So anyway, out with the old and in with the new, and double check everything, make sure the clips are in the right place and all that. So we're good there. So let's go ahead and stick this one on. Get this over here like this. Now I pulled the plugs out of this vehicle, and the plugs are in good shape. There's no problems there. They're clean. They look great. Grab this one. I haven't had this one out. And what happens a lot of times when you develop a miss in a coil, this boot gets dry rotted and cracked, even though it may look good. The electricity, the spark will actually jump from the top of this coil to the block of the engine, and this is where you'll get your miss a lot of times. And you see this white residue right there? That is an indication probably of the spark trying to jump to the side of the engine, not on the spark plug completely. And that's also heat, and you see it's cracked and dried out there. So this is why a lot of times you get bad coils. Although the coil might be okay itself, it's the boot that gets damaged the most, dries out, starts to short out. So all right, we'll get that one on there, push that down. All right, put this one on. Here's another one, and same way with that one. It's kind of white looking. All right, here comes the last one. And like I said, you can get these at a dealer if you want, but I find a lot of times that if you want to save money, aftermarket parts are just fine for automobiles, most vehicles anyway. All right, so there we go. All three of them are on, and we'll go ahead and put our screws back in, our little nuts, screws, bolts, that is, 10 millimeter. I get all excited because I really love doing videos, and sometimes my mind gets ahead of my mouth, and I've got to slow down sometimes. Alright, so what we got to do now is tighten that up and connect our wires, and then start it up, and it should take care of the issue. This will be great because whoever gets this vehicle next is going to have a nice vehicle when I'm done with it. Tighten these up best I can. I want to center those up, so I'll have to set the camera down here and center those a little bit before I torque these little bolts down. All right, let me do that real quick. I want to center those coils up so they're nice and straight. All right, it's all nice and centered. Everything's nice and tight. All we got to do is go ahead and hook our plugs back up. Pretty simple to do. Plug this one back in here like that. Listen to it click. Click. And one more here on the side. There's a lot of grease on there, the electrical grease, which is great. It keeps the spark on the centered inside that connector, especially when it gets wet. And now we'll go ahead and put this one on here. Like that. Get it centered straight. And one more here. How many have I lost so far? Are you sleeping now? I'm just kidding. Alright, one here. So, and that's it. That's all we have to do. And we got brand new coils, and now we'll go ahead and put the air cleaner on, and we'll start this up and see if we took care of the miss. So it's always nice to have new coils on your vehicle, especially for winter, because a lot of people don't realize in the wintertime when you're driving down the highway and you're in the snow, snow likes to blow up. It's a lot lighter, and it likes to blow up in your engine and melts, and it will get things wet. Unlike if you're driving in a rainstorm, a lot of times the rain will just kind of stay down low because it's a lot heavier, but snowflakes, they like to float and just get everything all wet. So if you have a miss in the wintertime, if you're driving in a snowstorm or something, you might want to start checking your coils. Alright, so let's go ahead and hook everything here up, and we'll start it up and see what we get. Alright, my YouTube friends, it's all back together, and pretty simple to do, so let's go in here and we'll start this thing up and see what we get. I know it's going to be just a tad loud for you guys. Boy, my finger is sore today. But we'll start it up here, and I noticed as soon as I started and drop it in gear, that's when I had the really bad miss. So here we go. Find the key. It's got the loudest dinger. That dinger is loud. All right, there she's running. So let's drop this baby in gear. Oh yeah, baby. She is smooth. Yes, that's what we wanted. That was my goal. Oh yes, nice and smooth. Oh, I'm excited. All right, so let's go outside here real quick. I think you can hear me still. Purring like a kitty. Smooth. Oh yeah. That really helped it out. Can't believe it. So there you go, guys. If you have any missing problems in your vehicle, you shut this off so you can hear me. So there you go, guys. If you have any problems in your vehicle missing, especially when you're in the rain, check your coils. You got it short somewhere. Drop it in gear one more time. Oh, I love it. Oh, it's nice and smooth. And I don't know, let me go ahead and hook this code reader up real quick before I end the video. All right, let's see what we got. I don't think we'll have any codes. We might still have a pending code because I didn't really erase it yet. And let's see, read codes. Obviously, there's no codes. Stored, let's do a pending code. All right, so it cleared itself. That's the nice thing about when you have a miss sometimes. If it's not terribly bad and you get a couple days where the miss is taking care of itself, it's running good, sometimes these codes will clear themselves. It really depends on how many times you cycle the key when you're driving it, and the computer kind of does the code turn on if it's a continuous problem, if the computer sees it. So I think you can hear that. Drop it down in gear. She is purring perfectly. That's what we wanted. So there we go, guys, just in time because it's starting to rain. Yep, sure is. Rain, rain, rain. So that worked out really well. Thanks for watching. And if you like any of my videos, please subscribe and all that, and say hi and let me know where you're watching from. And until my next video, guys, stay cool, stay safe, and I will see you later.